Welcome back, everyone, to today's Educational Explainer. We're going to be taking a broad, widescreen look at some of the Earth's absolute most baffling phenomena. We live in this era where we kind of like to think we've got everything mapped out, charted, and perfectly understood. But today we're tackling the raw, unfiltered unknown. So get ready, because we're looking at real places right here on our planet that completely shatter our understanding of how the world actually works. Okay, let's dive into this. What happens when science simply cannot explain our world? It's a question that challenges the very foundation of our modern data-driven lives, right? It's that tension that's literally driven human progress for centuries. I mean, we're completely used to equations, satellite imagery, and hard data just handing us all the answers we seek. But what happens when the scientific method hits a stubborn brick wall? That exact friction between human endeavor and inexplicable natural anomalies is exactly what we're unpacking today. Because these places don't just exist quietly in the background, they actively confuse scientists and explorers. And I really want you to think about that for a second. We're not talking about casual tourists getting turned around on a hiking trail here. We're talking about the most educated, technologically equipped, and adventurous minds of our generation being left completely scratching their heads. When the leading experts are baffled and just at a total loss for words, you know for a fact you're looking at something truly profound. Section 1. Our World's Strange Locations. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is we aren't just talking about a single, isolated anomaly that you could easily write off as a fluke. We're looking at a definitive list of exactly 10 distinct mysteries scattered across our globe. Whether it's a dense region where compasses spin wildly out of control, or deep geological formations emitting unexplainable frequencies, the number 10 here represents a structured, undeniable pattern of the unknown. It's basically a gauntlet thrown down by nature itself. So, let's break down exactly what we mean by mysterious places. These are strange locations on Earth that persistently defy logical, scientific, or exploratory explanation. And I want you to really focus on that word persistently. It means this defiance of logic isn't just a one-off event or some random glitch in a piece of equipment. It is a constant, eerie reality of the unknown that actively and continuously resists our absolute best attempts to understand it. Section 2. Baffling Scientists and Explorers. And this brilliantly illustrates the core conflict at play here. It is an epic clash. On one hand, you've got scientists and explorers representing rigorous logic, precise measurement, and the scientific method. But on the other hand, you have these strange locations representing irrational nature and completely baffling phenomena. It's this ongoing, intense battle between the analytical approach of our brightest experts and the utterly chaotic reality of these specific environments. Section 3. The 10 Mysterious Places. See, these aren't myths, folklore, or some crazy internet rumors. These are highly strange physical locations right here on Earth that are continuously visited by explorers, yet they remain a source of complete confusion. They demand to be studied, they demand to be questioned, and they prove that you absolutely don't need to look into deep space to find something entirely alien to our current understanding. Section 4. The Limits of Discovery. So the crucial point is this deeply frustrating, cyclical process that experts face. First, they visit the strange location. Next, they deploy scientists and explorers armed with all their advanced gear and theories. And finally, they continue to be confused. It's literally an endless loop. Our brightest minds go in, they gather the data, they run the tests, and they somehow come out with more questions than they had when they started. Section 5. The Enduring Unknown. Let's move to and see how this builds our final perspective. As the research clearly states, these are strange locations that continue to confuse scientists and explorers. I really want to emphasize that word continue. These are not historical mysteries that were neatly solved last year and put in a textbook. No way. These are active, live, ongoing puzzles that are defying modern progress right this very second. Which leaves us with one final, super provocative question. Will we ever uncover the truth? Will our science, our logic, and our explorers ever actually catch up to the sheer strangeness of these 10 locations? Or is our Earth destined to keep some of its most fascinating secrets forever? I want you to really think about that tension between what we know and what we don't. Keep questioning your world, keep learning, and thank you so much for joining me on this incredible explainer into the unknown. See you next time.